Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to a timely comments video. It's 7:49 a.m. on a Sunday. Sunday. It seems like I just said that the other day, about a week ago. Let's see. My watch isn't showing the right. It's the 23rd of February, 2025, and it's 41 degrees out here. It's a little chilly this morning out here in Quartzsite, out boondocking about 3 miles outside of town. And I was taking a look at the winds, and the winds are pretty nice until Friday. Friday they pick up a little bit, and then the following week there are a couple of kind of windy days. So in the next 10 days I'd count in about 3 windy days starting on the 28th, which is Friday, and I think the 2nd or 3rd, I don't remember exactly which days, but as I get closer to it I'll be more specific. So if you're watching this every day, you don't need to worry about next week. We just need to worry about the next couple of days. The winds are great today. The forecasted high is 79 degrees. We may break 80, who knows. Tomorrow, 83, then Tuesday, 85, Wednesday, 85, and then back down to 83 on Thursday, 81 on Friday, 77 on Saturday. Sunny skies, or I'd say mostly sunny skies. It's going to be really nice. And you know what, for you guys worry about your solar, even with partly cloudy days, the days are appreciably longer now. So even though there's a little bit of cloud cover, you're getting longer exposure to the sun. So it kind of balances out a little bit. And let me tell you something, a super clear day, boom, your batteries are going to be charged pretty quickly. Isn't that good? Isn't that pretty good news? So I'd say it's time to get into the comments. And this first one from Indian Bill says, did Elon and Trump close or plan to close the BLM land? How on earth could I possibly know something like that? You have way too much faith in my knowledge and abilities. On Quartzsite Comments, Montana wife says, I had to laugh at myself. I saw one of your videos and I clicked on it. I'm watching it and I freaked out because you didn't have a beard. That's when I bothered to notice it was made a year ago. Yeah, it just, the beard's this recent. And I'm going to keep it because everybody, I mean, universally, people are like, keep the beard, like the beard. So I'm going to keep it. And I like it. That's the important part, right? I kind of like the way it looks. I didn't think I would like the way it looks because I knew it was going to come in gray, but I'm embracing the gray, baby. SJF67 has a couple of comments here. I have a question totally unrelated to the video. Where do the permanent residents live? They live in some in RV parks and houses, and just like any other community. They live, there's actually one outside of town, there's a big housing development, but there are houses and plots and land, all kinds of places to live in town. Another question, what mail service do you have? Well, that's complicated. Here when I'm in Quartzsite, I use Moon Mountain Mail, but universally for all my banking and stuff, because my residency is in Nevada, I use Mail Messages and More in Pahrump. D. Harmon says, hat looks good and offers protection too. Yeah, I wore a hat in a video. I haven't worn a hat in a video in maybe ever. Sickow, sensor is the right side of the steering wheel near the muffler. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Ken Gray says, wow, this is what they make movies from, and that's The Blind Can Now See positive news video on a critical new treatment for a very rare disorder that causes blindness. Doggone RV. RVN. Some of your viewers are way too critical. Just consider the source and ignore. Yeah, this one guy went on about hair on my black shorts. I shouldn't wear it. And he said, he assured me he's in the entertainment business and he knows what he's talking about. And maybe that would be good advice for someone trying to make a living on YouTube, which I'm not. No, not trying to make a living. Not here to make money. I'm just here to have fun. So I'm going to have fun in my black t-shirts with hair. Okay. The life and times of crazy something. You were always the guy to go get the pizza. You could work for Uber and be the Quartzsite pizza guy. Well, you know why? Because I like pizza. Anybody want pizza? I'll go get it. And you'd be surprised how quickly people step up when the effort is all peeling a $10 bill out of their pocket and handing it over, and someone else does the rest, and I get the pizza I want. Katie Hoke, although I don't care too much for the desert ground, those mountains sure are beautiful. Okay, I like the desert ground. I think it's great. Ken Gray, another good video. I figured that it being Friday, you had clients to talk to and probably schedule some busy time later in the day. You told me there would be no call yesterday. That's exactly what happened. I had sessions at 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Then I felt I really needed to go over and spend time with Deborah at her with her Coco fam over there in Roadrunner. So yeah, I ran out of time and I got home and I was just too tired to do it, so I doubled up. And I'm like, I wrestled with that. I'm like, wait a minute, you don't have like a contract with your viewers. It'll be okay. Life and Time says, I think a proving ground is used as a bombing range in weapons testing. I don't think they use that there anymore. No, they do. You can hear the bombs. Sometimes you can hear the bombs from here. It's still an active base. I believe it was used during World War II, training pilots. I think it was RV or TV on YouTube that did a video of some big arrows made from rocks on the ground. That's way up here in Quartzsite. The pilot used for direction my training. If you go to his playlist, you can find it where there. Yeah, that you're conflating a couple of things. The Proving Grounds is a very active and busy military base where they do active testing. I do know that much. Only from driving through and seeing it happening. I've been out of the car near there and heard rapid fire ordnance going off. Boot 76 has a great looking group of desert warriors. Wordless, me got a question. Can you bring fresh fruit or food back from Mexico when you do day trips? I don't know. I've never brought food back, and I've never watched anybody bring food back. There's not like vegetable stands or farmers markets that I've ever seen, but they do sell shrimp, and people must bring the shrimp back. I don't know. That's a really good question. Brian Jensen says the ambient temp sensor is usually located near the grill area. Okay, that's it. So one says by the muffler, another one says by the grill. Debbie Hersko, nice video with nice friends. Pamela Knoll says, I have your wide angle view of Highway 95 playing on my 55-inch TV. Enjoy riding along the Quartzsite. Thanks a bunch. Phase 3D. My outside temp sensor on my Ford truck is in the passenger mirror. There's another answer. Ken says, thanks for taking us along for the ride. Shelly Wilcox says, you look really good in a hat. Thank you, Shelly. Gold Rice says, like the hat, made you look 10 years younger. I read that yesterday. I go, oh, wait a minute. That means I look 55. I don't know if that's a compliment. It used to be when people said you look 10 years younger, that meant I looked young. But, 55 ain't young. But I get the compliment. Thank you. I'm just kidding around. Rob Hebbs, I thought the temp sensor was on the outside of the vehicle. It is. That's what we're talking about. Giving us the outside temp, not the inside temp. Correct. So Arizona, the sun beating on the metal. The temp is reading high. Then as you're driving down the highway, the temp drops fast for the wind. I'm going to do some research on it. Let's see. My research came up with ambient temp sensors under the passenger side mirror. If you want the exact temp on the inside view, I think you need to put your own thermometer on the dash. No, I already have inside temp. I know what the inside temp is, but I'm talking about outside temp. But thanks for doing the research for me, Rob. I appreciate it. So we have two for part of the side. I guess he means side view passenger mirror. And you know what? That makes sense because the way I park my car, it's that mirror is facing south. So of course the sun's going to be beating right there during the day when I leave. So it's going to be an artificially high temperature, so when I turn the car around and reorient it and drive it into Quartzsite, that temperature is falling down to probably something more accurate. So that makes sense. Slim Pickens. Hello, Rob. Yep, I didn't plan our trip to the best of planning. The day we arrived in Quartzsite, you and a friend went to Phoenix. We could meet up next year. My wife don't like the dust in Arizona. Her Jeep got dirty. Oh, your car will get dirty. You know what? In none of my Quartzsite videos do I warn people. Your car's, if you're going to boondock out here, your car or vehicle or whatever is going to be filthy, dirty, inside and out. No two ways about it. She witnessed the sighting. She witnessed the sighting of Bigfoot and more Sasquatch boondocking. She was asking, where do they live in the summer? Hey, girl, they are snowbirds. They go home like real people. She's learning about more boondocking in Quartzsite. She was asking, do they wear cloths only when they take a trip into town? See you next year. Have a great year. Lyra? Two types of drivers in the USA, those who drive to avoid stoplights and those who stop at stoplights. Rob, you're the latter. Okay. Chris says you're very kind to share your Starlink 24/7. Oh my gosh, that's it. It's all right. Well, that's what happens when you do a video every day and you don't skip a day. Let's see. Let's make sure we don't have... No, I'll check the held comments. I don't know if you know this, but there's a program in, I don't have any, in YouTube that it can sense an offensive comment and it automatically holds it for you to look at before it's published. But there are none today. It's pretty rare. Maybe one every couple of weeks I'll get. And the one I get every couple of weeks, most of the time I can't figure out why they flagged it. Seeming to me totally innocuous comments that they hold. I don't know, exactly what they're looking for or keywords, but I usually just approve those. What else we have? Oh, we have a positive news video. Let's see. I'm sorry. I got distracted. Let's go and look. Today's positive news video is going to be on, let's see, make sure it's published and out there and going. It is Saved Baby, a woman that saved a baby from drowning 64 years ago, meets him for the first time 64 years later in a wonderful, heartwarming reunion. And now I have errands and dinner with friends that I'm going to make public right now, and that one is ready to go, and that's called Errands and Dinner with Friends. Great video with my friends Charlie and Diane, and Cheryl, my Pup Camper 58's become now friends with Charlie and Diane, so we had dinner together, and they bought me dinner and gave me a birthday card because they're leaving this week and my birthday's at the end of the week. So they did a little celebration surprise for me last night. It was greatly appreciated. So that's it for today, and I will see you tomorrow. Who knows what kind of video I'll bring tomorrow? I have no idea. See you then.